Chamai, hello, good afternoon, Chairman Hagman, Ranking Member Legger-Fernandez, and members of the committee. Thank you for the kind introduction, Representative Peltola. I'm honored to present to you, along with my fellow panelists, and express my support for H.R. 2687. As mentioned, I'm the chairman of the board for Chugach Alaska Corporation, one of the 12 regional corporations created from the Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act, ANCSA, of 1971. The Chugach region is in beautiful Prince William Sound and Lower Cook Inlet, often referred to as God's country. Chugach and many other Alaska corporations and organizations have supported this legislation since the late beloved Representative Don Young introduced the original version over 5 years ago. We are happy and proud that Representative Mary Peltola with Representative Pete Stauber, our original co-sponsor, joined together to continue this essential and long overdue bipartisan effort to reform ANCSA in H.R. 2687. As an Alaska Native Corporation, ANC, we serve the interests of our Alaska Native people of the Chugach region and represent more than 2,900 shareholders. Many still live off the resources of the land, subsisting on their catch in rural and remote villages with harsh living conditions that often and many have no stores. This is the case for the village that my family is from, the native village of Tutitlik, where you can only access the village by air or boat, with increasing costs for goods, services, and medical care. That's why many official organizations and agencies, including the U.S. Congress, Census Bureau, Indian Health Service, and the state of Alaska, recognize these Alaska Native residents as a vulnerable and disadvantaged population. Many of our people are considered below poverty because of their minimal income. Supporting community in the group is our culture and way of our people, and this is how we've endured for thousands of years in the harsh Alaska climate. This is especially true when it comes to taking care of our elders, who express the challenges they face to pay for health care and basic necessities, such as glasses, dentures, or food. Most do not have pensions or retirement accounts. Village and regional corporations in Alaska provide benefits to our Native elders through cash dividend distributions and disbursements from settlement trusts. Often, the amount we give is just enough to push up against the threshold amount these elders and disabled shareholders receive through federal assistance programs for housing, nutrition assistance, Medicare, and Medicaid to support them and their communities. Since 1976, ANCSA allowed for an exclusion of the first $2,000 in dividends when determining eligibility for these programs. And this $2,000 exclusion has not been increased or adjusted for inflation since 1988. Congress first authorized ANCs to establish settlement trusts in 1988, and many trusts provide long-term, multi-generational protection and growth. However, Congress has never amended ANCSA to create an exclusion for benefits received by Alaska Natives from the settlement trusts authorized by this very act. Settlement trusts are one of the most powerful tools ANCs have to help Alaska Natives combat poverty. H.R. 2687 helps for a much-needed improvement of distributions from the trust to our most vulnerable people, our elders, and our disabled, and our blind. Under H.R. 2687, distributions of trust benefits to Alaska Native elders 65 and older or disabled individuals will not count against them for purposes of determining eligibility for governmental assistance program. My hope is our elders and disabled shareholders should not have to choose between health care benefits or housing assistance or food stamps and receiving a dividend distribution that allowed them to pay for their bills each month. The number of Alaska Natives H.R. 2687 will provide relief to a small and represents a low percentage of the overall Alaska Native population. This results from the CBO analysis in a score for the bill that is very low. But the bill is extremely important to those who lose the benefits from their settlement trusts in order to maintain federal assistance benefits. For this reason, I respectfully urge the committee and the Congress to enact H.R. 2687 in the 118th Congress. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you about this important legislation.
Thank you, Ms. Buretta, for that enlightening testimony. The chair now recognizes Ms. Janet Alkire for 5 minutes.